A lot of these videos on actually some of these electronic devices that are in the alternative medicine world. They're actually allegedly supposed to help with your health, or maybe I know all of it's unproven science in a way because well, we have to say it's unproven science because even though if we got a lot of people saying it works, if it's not approved by the AMA or the FDA, it's unproven science. Okay, if you want to. Maybe that's not the way to say it, but for practical purposes, you have to say it's unproven, it's experimental, right? Now, I've been putting out a lot of these videos, and I noticed that every time I put something out, there's like usually a change that happens after I put it out, and I'm like, well, there's more changes coming up, and I just want to state this: what I'm doing personally, me personally. I'm just sticking with the simplest basics going, the tried and true. Because, maybe there's stuff out there that's better, it's going to be stronger, more effective, but all the changes are making me just, I'm not gonna go in that direction right now because of I don't know. I'm just sticking, I'm almost going with KISS, keep it simple, stupid, I mean, that's really what I'm going to say because there's actually this stuff with alternative medicine is actually very confusing with the electronic stuff. I don't even want to call it medicine because I don't think you're making claims about medicine or something. But some of these electronic healing methods, or well, they call it energy medicine sometimes. It's another catch-all phrase. It's the stuff's actually been around, and it's been around because at least a lot of people say they think they got results from it. How's that? All right. I mean, you really can't. I can't freaking make some blanket, flat-out statements of cure for this and a cure for that and all that type of stuff. But I was putting out a lot of videos about the magnetism and stuff. Now I have not just this book. I got a few of these books. I actually got some of them in PDF, but I have this one. And these are like kind of rare books about magnetism, and that was an issue. Now, I always knew this part because I'm like an end user. I don't think about what the hell the magnetism is on top of the earth, or what the hell's going on with the magnet. I just know that if you take one of these devices, these magnetic pulsars, for therapy work, you use the side they label north. Okay? And that's almost all the time. You almost never use the side south. So I always had it marked with black tape. You can actually feel the thing on here. That's the side you don't use. I know the exception to rule when you say an example, like say almost all the time you use north. An exception would be, this is all according to this magnetic theory stuff, but it's not. It's been around for some decades, and there's a lot of people been working with it, so it's probably pretty solid, okay? But say, for instance, the only time you would use the south is say you have this nasty cut on your hand, and there's absolutely no infection, no chance of infection, and you want to heal it up faster. Supposedly, the south side makes it grow faster, stimulates growth. But the south side can stimulate the growth of microbes, according to magnetic theory, okay? Now, the thing I got confused about is the way they label this. The magnetic practitioners, they label north as the magnetic field found at the North Pole, and they call it bio-north, another term they throw out there. I didn't even hear that term till like several days ago. I just called it north. But actually, north magnetism in the magnetic therapy world, it's like what's on geographical Earth, which is actually magnetized south at the pole. So if you're looking for the magnet, biological north on a magnet, it's actually south. So actually this puts out magnetic pulse south. So that was another confusion. But I know, like, as an end user, what the hell to use on the thing that's, designed for, pulsing magnetic therapy. And I have read extensively on it, and pretty much all the time you want to use bio-north, biological north, they call it, bio-north. Now, with these magnets on these spooky remotes, they had a version come out that was bio north face down, and they had the other version was magnetic north face down. They're opposite sides of the magnet facing down. Now, in my mind, I say bio north just facing down on the DNA, because that's how you do all the therapy and the other. That's how you always do stuff, and that's how they've always been doing it. So, but then there's been changes in a boost cable. This boost cable they have. Now this boost cable, I'm gonna use it for other purposes, but they said there's, this was marked for out 1, this is marked for out 2, and then when they said they changed the magnet around, you want to change the, I don't know what the hell, there might be another change after I make this video, and that's what's been going on. But I'm going to tell you this, I think there's a lot of useful products coming out with Spooky 2, right? I am going to keep it simple. I personally, I'm going to have bio north facing the DNA, and I know I'm showing a black foam. The bio north facing the DNA is actually white foam now they're selling, but because I flipped the magnet itself, right? I'm going to have bio north facing the DNA. I'm not going to use boost. I'm not going to use any. I'm going to use only 0% offset. I'm going to use 50% duty cycle. In other words, that's the standard way things have been done, with this, square wave, simple square wave, nothing fancy, 50% duty cycle, 0% offset, no harmonics or nothing. Now, that's why I'm doing it with these remotes, because I don't understand what's going on with these remotes. And when they said to flip the boost cable, I was like thinking, wow, now I'm really like, forget it, man. I understand that how to set up to hold the Clark 100% positive offset with the boost cable. With this would be the out 1 side, and this would be the other side. And I know the settings in the software because I have an oscilloscope to verify those settings, and it's nothing fancy. It's like you just put the red wire on where the probe goes on the oscilloscope, and a black wire on the probe, and you read it, and you can read it going 0 to 100% positive offset. It's simple. So, I find uses for the boost cable, but to tell you the truth right now, I am just not using a boost. I personally am not using a boost cable for, it's just me. I'm not using a boost cable for remotes. I'm just going to use a square wave, no offset for remotes. I could use offset for contact mode. I'm not going to mess with the duty cycle. I have this device from Parazapper, my many zappers in one. It's all just the most common frequencies used by John Crane and stuff. It's been around for decades. It's got like 88 frequencies in there. It's got 100% positive offset, like Holden Clark required. And it's like, that's simple. So I'll be using that. And the remotes, like I said, I'm going to be having bio north facing down, because I understand from many years that that's how you do it. That's how you pretty much do it all the time. So, and I know, like, if you flip the boost cables around, it's just, there's something else that I don't even want to get into the details on that, but there's something else that will not make sense to me. Anyway, I'm keeping it simple, man, and I'm going to tell you one thing. I got a frequency counter coming. It's from Leader. It's made by Leader. I don't know, it's supposed to be a pretty good one, pretty damn accurate. I know, like, the most important thing, actually, with a lot of this stuff is accuracy. I mean, you just rolling back, a few steps here. If you just took a simple square wave and it's 0% offset, 50% duty cycle, like a simple square wave going up and down, that's all, right? And they have various frequencies that are supposed to address various issues. Now, like this device has the most common ones in it, but it's got 100% positive offset, like hold the clock required. Well, the most important thing about these frequencies actually is that they're accurate, and I'm going to check them. I'm going to check everything. I'm checking everything. They'll work. If you have it on a simple way, you know, the simple way's been working too. So, and I understand that BioNorth almost all the time faces the body for almost everything. There's exceptions, but generally speaking, especially if you're trying to, like, you know, I know this thing doesn't kill microbes like they say. Like this thing would have to be probably like, no, not them, but you know, Bob Beck used to say these things can kill microbes. They would have to be, there's a patent out that they would have to be about, like the Soda Instruments, mag zapper, or whatever you want to call it, magnetic pulsar, is 6,000 Gauss. They make the strongest one I think there is, right? This one is about 5,500 to 6,000. It's like 55 to 5,700, I think. Well, these are about the strongest ones they make. There's a patent out that 20,000 Gauss can disable pathogens. A patent. I mean, it's not proof. That's a patent, okay? But it's several times higher than what these things are putting out. You could, I mean, the theory behind these books is, like with the magnetic effect and stuff, is like they'll help accelerate growth or hinder growth depending on what side you use. But normally when you have microorganisms, you want to use what they refer to as BioNorth, the north magnetic field that's found on the geological North Pole and the biological Earth, or whatever they want to call it. You know, these guys ought to be. I think these guys for flipping these terms. It's almost like the old skit. You know, who's on first, what's on second. You know, and, you know, I know, like if I'm talking about left, it's your right. I don't like this deal, man. It should be clear cut. I didn't devise this nomenclature, but in magnetic therapy, they got this thing. When they're referring to north, it's BioNorth. But anytime you're using magnetic therapy, almost all the time, it's that BioNorth faces the body most of the time. And I have it that way. Like I said, this was originally a magnetic north remote. I flipped it, so BioNorth faces the DNA. And like I said, I'm just going to say, when I'm running remotes, I mean, these remotes are vastly improved as it is. When I'm running remotes, I'm going to be going simple. Because I've been seeing too many changes. That's what I'm doing. And I'm not knocking nothing here, or knocking anybody, or anything like that, but I'm just saying. One thing too I'm going to be checking though is the frequencies coming out of all the machines, everything, all the zappers I have, and it's like having the right frequency that's like critical issue number one, actually, more than anything. So anyway, over and out. Like I said, I am keeping it simple. I don't even want to, I don't want to be putting out too many of these type of videos, and if I do, I'm going to really just say what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to play very conservative. Now, I know in the software in Spooky 2, you got the 11th harmonic. I think that's a super, super, super great feature. You can run that if you want, fine, But I'm not going to tell people what to do. Do what you want. But to me, if I might run positive offset and contact mode because I understand what's going on. Like, I'm not going to run any positive offset through these remotes because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what it's doing. I understand what Holder Clark said with positive offset and contact mode. So that's what I'll do. But I got this puppy for that, right? So anyway, I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I am just keeping it simple. The software itself is super useful, but when it's applied to these remotes, man, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the remotes exactly. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, so I'm keeping it simple. I understand what's going on with contact. I mean, if I want to put positive spikes in there, if I want to use the 11th harmonic, I understand that. I mean, I've been reading about that for like years, you know? And there's a lot of people that, I mean, even though it's not the FDA and the AMA telling you to do it, there's a lot of people that have been working with it. The remote stuff, I know it's been out now probably good 10 years or more or something like, but I don't understand it. So like I said, for remote work, I am just not I personally am not using a boost cable. I'm just using 50% duty cycle, 0% offset. I may use the 11th harmonic, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe not. But I'm just going to keep it simple. That's what I'm going to do. So, it's just like this video actually is for a very niche, small audience. You know, actually, very few people probably see this. Maybe, I don't know. You know, actually, I hope this technology gets out where it's very commonplace, and I think it's very good. But it's just my personal opinion that, you know, you want to push and you don't want to stay stagnant, but I'm a little leery on what's going on with some of the things that are, well, we'll see. It'll wash out. It's got some growing pains, I guess, you know. So anyway, but I'm keeping it simple, and I know there's been tried and true from before, so we'll keep it simple. That's what we'll do. Simple.